is how we do it. This is how we do it.
What is up, rioters, cleaners, Rikers, Last Man Battalion, and Division agents? This is Devon with Gaming in Progress, and this week, or today, we're going to be taking a look at the Tenebrae, which is a high-end weapons blueprint available this week in the Special Gears vendor. But before we get into that, I want to take the time to remind my fellow Season Pass owners for the Division out there to be sure to go to the rewards vendor and claim your new items. We get 2 camos, 2 awesome looking new camos, as well as a stack of 5 of each high-end crafting material that is available in game. So weapons parts, electronics, tools, stuff like that, all going to be available in your resources tab of your rewards vendor. That being said, let's get into this video. Now, as I said, the Tenebrae is a high-end weapon blueprint that is available this week in the Special Gear vendor. Tenebrae in Latin means shadows or darkness. And this is a really interesting, really cool looking weapon that is a marksman rifle. It uses a SCAR heavy platform, which is really awesome. So we're gonna get into this, and we're gonna craft one. Now, as you can see here, because this is a named weapon, like all named weapons, it has 3 talents that are constant, meaning those talents will be the same no matter how many times you craft this weapon, which is a good or bad thing depending on whether you like the talents. So I'm going to go over these talents for you, and those 3 talents are Killing Spree, Killing a Steady. Killing a target with a headshot removes 100% sway from the weapon for 7 seconds. Talent number 2 is Brutal. Headshot damage is increased by 24% when using this weapon, which is really good, seeing as how this is a marksman rifle, so you're going to be going for those headshots. And the 3rd talent is Toxic. Headshots with this weapon have a 13% chance to apply the blind status effect. So you have 2 talents that are really headshot, or actually really all 3 talents are really headshot oriented, so you obviously want to go for those headshots with this weapon. Now, taking a look at the damage, you have 21,740 through 23,939 possible damage. So anywhere between those 2 numbers is where you could get your damage when you roll and craft this weapon. Now, it has a 275 RPM, and the magazine size is supposedly 36, or standard magazine size is 36. Compared to my weapon, or my current weapon that I'm comparing it to here, which is the SOCOM Mark 20 SSR, which is the sniper rifle version of the SCAR Heavy, which is a perfect weapon really to compare it to. The gear score that this weapon will give us is 182 compared to the SSR's 163. So we're going to go ahead and craft one here, and we're going to see what we get. Now, as you can see, we didn't get that maximum damage like I was hoping for. We still get a really good damage though. So the damage we ended up getting was obviously 22,746 standard RPMs. But what's really confusing here, and what doesn't make sense to me, is all these high-end or higher-end weapon blueprints seem to say that you'll have like a bigger magazine size. The one that we saw before we crafted this was 36, and yet we still have the standard 20-round magazine. Now, I'm not really sure why that is. As you can see though, getting back to the comparison, both weapons pretty much have the same accuracy, reload speed, range, and stability. Which means both those weapons are going to be pretty accurate, about the same distance apart, as you'll see in the short moment here where I'm actually at the range doing comparison shooting between these weapons. What's different though is the Tenebrae has 3 talents that are all going to help and be very beneficial for when you're landing those headshots, as well as having a better critical hit chance, which means your critical hit damage and your chance to get those critical hits is going to go up. So we're going to get into some actual gameplay footage here and talk a little bit about the best way to play with this gun. Now, the weapon we did last time was a Vector 45 ACP, which is a really good close range weapon that actually kind of complements the the marksman rifles. Having a marksman rifle and having a submachine gun as your secondary, specifically the Vector, works really well, because while the Vector doesn't have the damage down range that the marksman rifle, that the Tenebrae does, both weapons have or can have the ability to have really good accuracy, really good stability, and which means both weapons are going to hit their target, whether it's a Tenebrae for your medium to long range engagements, or your Vector for your close range engagements. So remember, the Vector is capable of doing long range combat, it just won't do it as well as the Tenebrae. And another thing I brought up last week when we were doing the Vector was the fact that the Vector isn't good for dealing with heavy or elite named enemies or elite heavy enemies, stuff like that, because you want to be far away from those heavies, whether it's the cleaner heavy with his flamethrower or the last man battalion heavy with his heavy machine gun or whatever. We want to pick those guys off from far away, and the marksman rifle, especially the Tenebrae, since it has the ability to blind your enemies when you get those headshots, is really the perfect weapon to do it. So the way you want to play the Tenebrae, especially in all marksman rifles, is you want to get far away, you want to pick off your targets from far away, so hang back. Try and get the high ground if you can, get a good angle on your enemy, plan your shots. You can't rapid fire this weapon, though you can fire a little bit faster if you have a better stability, obviously, so your weapon isn't going to sway around as much, but you still want to plan those shots, go for those headshots as often as much as you can get them, because they're going to be your most effective means to taking out your enemies as fast as possible. And whether that holds true really, whether it's a NPC enemy or another agent. This weapon, in my opinion, if you can land headshots and get that blind status effect on your enemy agents that you're going after, whether they're rogue or whether they're just unsuspecting agents, is really going to be helpful, because they're not going to be able to see, they're going to be stumbling around, so you have a better opportunity to take them down. That being said, there isn't really too much left to talk about this weapon, so I'm going to wrap things up here. If you guys enjoyed this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. If you guys didn't enjoy this video, give it a thumbs down, and let me know in the comments down below why you didn't enjoy it. Any other comments, questions, or concerns, let me know again in the comments section. If you have any weapons suggestions that you guys want me to review or showcase on this channel, please be sure to let me know. And I want to take the time to thank Viral Players for giving me the idea for this video. They've been very helpful in helping me come up with new ideas for the channel and stuff, and content-wise, stuff like that. So that being said, hopefully you guys have enjoyed this video. If you guys happen to be new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and check out some other content we've been doing on this channel. And as always, this has been Devin with Gaming in Progress, and I will see you guys in the next video.